Thanks to the cooperation between Unilever, IDH and ourselves, today we have been able to establish 3,400 farmer field schools. We have been able to train 86,000 farmers across the country, and these farmers have been able to impart knowledge to another 560,000 farmers across the country.
Kenya is extremely important because Kenya is one of the largest exporters of tea. Last year we did about 450,000 tons of tea, which a good part of it, over 90%, went into the global market. As a company, if you look at our strategy, we have identified three key pillars. Strong business, we have identified environmental care is another pillar, and the social good is another pillar, connecting with employees and with the community.
The most important thing in all these sustainability issues is the farmers. We want to look at their livelihood so they're able to eke out a living from tea. We want them to be healthy so that they can be able to farm tea. We want them to be able to take their children to school. We want them to be able to treat their families. So really, I think the bottom line is the people.
What I learned from Farmers Field School, the financial management, it taught about diversification, it taught about the crop husbandry, especially in tea. It also taught about the livestock management and many other things.
I get food after growing those horticulture, after growing cabbages, broccoli, we sell them and we get a lot of money. So I pay school fees for my children.
The project that Unilever and PTPN3 is about the inclusion of the independent smallholders into the sustainability practices. We would like to add more independent farmers to be RSPO certified, and these two companies, PTPN3 and Unilever, are very much committed, and that's where IDH also support their commitment.
CPO yang dihasilkan PTPN3 pada tahun 2016 sejumlah 555 juta kilo. Untuk plasma sebesar 1 juta kilo, kemudian untuk pembelian pihak ketiga dari smallholder lainnya sebesar 88 juta kilo. IDH Unilever dan PTPN3 telah mengadakan suatu MOU tahun 2013, di mana MOU itu adalah ingin mengimplementasikan RSPO dengan benar di lapangan. PTPN3, IDH, dan Unilever telah menghasilkan 63 petani yang disertifikasi oleh RSPO. Jadi kita ingin untuk ke depan, kita akan mensertifikasi lebih banyak lagi. Mungkin ribuan petani yang menjadi supplier di PTPN3.
Ikut RSPO itu penting karena kita ingin meningkatkan pendapatan melalui petani kelapa sawit. Kemudian kenapa petani lain harus ikut juga, supaya kelestarian lingkungan ini dapat terjaga walaupun kita tetap menanam kelapa sawit.
So Unilever has a lot of ambitious targets, sustainability targets, and we understand that we cannot do this alone. So having partners like IDH is extremely important, and I hope that this partnership can continue in the future.
With the forest, we have a well-distributed rainfall throughout the year. We have mitigation of floods, and we also have a microclimate that is useful for growing of tea, created by the forest environment. Protecting the forest, this is the lifeline of the tea industry in Kenya, and that's why we must conserve it.
We work with Unilever in the platform that we have convened around gender and gender-based violence in the Kenyan tea sector, together with other tea companies as well as expert organizations.
The percentage of women has grown in the last few years. When I joined in 2001, there were only 3 ladies in the management level, but right now every factory has at least 1 lady in the management position in the factory.
The Gender Empowerment Platform by IDH is a very important platform for us. It's a learning platform. It's a platform where we go to share best practices, where we go to learn from each other, where we are able to scale and strengthen the models that we have in our various businesses as in the tea industry. And we're able to scale this even to the entire agricultural sector.
When I look back at our journey with Unilever over the last 10 years, we have seen an enormous growth in the scale and the depth of our program. So we started with certification in supply chains. By now we have moved to very complex issues, such as living wage, sexual harassment, heavy agrochemical use, deforestation in supply chains. And I think this was a very remarkable journey.